Okay, today we're going to take a look at a video of modern day slavery happening in Pakistan and we're going to react to it. Let's check it out.
In the heart of Pakistan, nearly 20,000 brick kilns relentlessly burn, pumping out almost 45 billion bricks a year. Here, there is a heaviness in the air that is more than a haze of pollution. It's a cloud of oppression that eerily suffocates the rich culture and vibrant life of people trapped by debt and bondage. This is Shabazz. He started working the kilns when he was 12 years old, toiling alongside his mother and father to pay off the family's debt. Today, he is 27. Brick by brick, flip after flip, this repetitive imprisonment is his world. In 2019, Shabazz inherited his family debt from his parents when they passed away. This is a story that is all too familiar. An estimated 4 million people, including entire families, are bound under a system of bonded labor or indentured servitude. These families are often stuck in cycles of debt bondage, where they must work for little to no.
Yeah, okay, this is I heard about this a couple of years ago, and the crazy thing is, like, even when your parents die, like, the debt just sticks with your entire family for years. And when you're watching the video, you see like all these kids just standing on the side. Like, these kids aren't going to school, they're just like, they just live there too. I've heard like their hands, even in the shot here, like they have no protective equipment. I think they work with make bricks too, and so their hands get diseases. The kids don't go to school. I've heard we might hear more about it. There's no restroom facilities. And I think what's crazy is, I mean, it's modern day slavery. They have no choice. They have to pay off this debt and they have to work on the farm. So they can't, this guy is 27 years old. He can't go to college. He can't get another job. He's just trapped in slavery. And that's a crazy reality, is today there's more slaves than any other time in history. That's a pretty wild thing, but let's keep watching.
Pay to repay loans taken from kiln owners. For workers here, debt begins as a way to survive, to pay for food, medicine, and emergencies. But these loans, controlled by corrupt creditors, middlemen, and kiln owners, come with hidden cost. As interest piles up, records are manipulated, and soon the debt grows larger. The work is grueling. 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the toll on their bodies is visible.
Look, Dan, look at that shot, dude. 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. And this is what I heard, was they just penalties upon penalties of interest. So it doesn't matter how hard you work, you will never get out of debt slavery because it's too good for the owners, right? Like, they don't have to pay. I think they pay 60 cents is an hour, like $5 for 1,000 bricks is about what they make. And they'll basically, it's just, they'll never get out of it, which is just crazy. Like, it's not even like, they say debt slavery, like, oh, as long as you just pay it off. It's not like a student loan, you know, where you're like, oh, you got this $40,000 student loan, go get a job and pay it off. That's what our system is here, right? Like, you go get a credit card in America, or you go get any kind of debt, then, and you can even file for bankruptcy in America, right? Like, if you can't afford it. But over there, like, you go have a baby in the hospital, you get indebted. You had to take out a loan to pay for your baby to be born, or for an operation because you were going to die or something, or just a regular operation. And you're so poor that you have to take out a loan to one of these corrupt creditors. And then you basically are trapped in debt slavery. But once you're in it, you never get out of it. 7 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day. Your kids don't go to school. Your skin will get diseases. Like, this is just the worst of the worst for humanity. And we forget about it in America because, like, oh, in America, slavery was abolished 200 years ago, you know? And it's like, no, this is still going on in other parts of the world.
Breathing problems, injuries, and chronic pain are part of everyday life here. And the burden is not only physical. Day after day, the weight of debt, discrimination, and despair presses down. Add to this another layer of fear, persecution as a believer in Jesus in a heavily Muslim populated area where Christians are the minority. Being part of a community of faith brings additional challenges. Discrimination and threats are common, heightening their sense of confinement. With minimal legal protections and the constant fear of false accusations, justice feels elusive. For many, the thought of freedom feels like an unreachable dream. But Shabaz's family, his 6 brothers and sisters, who also work the kilns every single day, possess a quiet resilience. They are a family with dreams, hopes, and strength that carries them through. And today, that strength is shining a light of hope on their path. The sky may still be burdened with the weight of brick dust and pollution, but something remarkable is happening. This family will hear words they thought they'd never hear. They are free. Their debt is being paid off. In this moment, years of hardship fall away, replaced by hope for a future.
Okay, this is for you guys!
In the shape of a rickshaw. This symbol of freedom is not only a mode of transportation. This paves the way to crafting their own journey. They have a way to generate income. They will have the chance to allow the kids to get an education, and the chains of the cycle of debt are gone. This is one story. There are literally 4 million more. The most surprising thing in all of this family's debt, the debt that at one point 9 people were working to pay off, was $867.
Bro, this is what I was about to say, dude. 9 people, 9 family members were working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day to pay off $900 worth of debt. Like, are you freaking kidding me, dude? Like, dude, and this is, I've heard like numbers like the average is like $200 and something to set one person free. The average to change one person's entire life. That whole family of 9, that was less than $100 a person to pay off their debt, and they would have been trapped in it for the rest of their life. The kids don't go to school. You can never work any other job. I mean, what kind of quality of life? It just, frick, man. It's kind of almost hard to stomach. That like, dude, I could pay $900 today to set a family free, you know, and we're going to talk to a guy. We're going to do a podcast actually with a guy who's raising $110,000 to set 45 families free on a brick kiln, pay for all of these families to just on one foul swoop, just wipe off all their debt. So we're going to hear some more personal stories from him. But that's why I want to go out there. I want to shine a light on this, do podcasts out there with these people so more people can give to it. Because it's just, you can literally just change the trajectory of their life. And the super cool part about what some of these ministries are doing is it's not just like you pay for their debt and then they're like, now what? They often will set up businesses and structure for them. So they'll give them, like that guy, a small cart of some kind, a food stand or something that's like your own little business you can now run. And then it gives you dignity back. Like like you can now provide for your family. You can go get a place to live because you have a cart you can take to the market and sell produce. Your kids are now able to go to school and work towards a future. Often the women are abused on these farms. And so they go through like rehab centers they can get them into. So these ministries kind of like walk them through a whole process, which is pretty cool. But man, bro, it's okay. We'll keep watching.
That's right, $867. It's amazing how much of an impact that amount of money can have. Even with the added expense of the rickshaw, the total amount of money needed to set Shabazz and his family up for success is less than many U.S. households spend on dining out in a year. We can make a difference. Every family freed is a testament to hope and resilience. There are many still waiting for their chance. Together, we can help break the chains of slavery and build a future where no one is bound by wickedness. Join us in making freedom a reality.
Bam. Okay, shout out to the One Rescues. I don't know them, but incredible organization. I'd like to look more into who they are too and what they're doing out there. There's a few different ministries I've connected with that are doing stuff in Pakistan and other regions like that in the Middle East where there's a lot of corruption and I'm also going to put a link below to John Mark, who's raising $110,000 to set 45 families free from slavery. He's got like raised about 75,000 of the total 110,000, and so we're going to have him on an episode 2 tomorrow to talk about that and hear more about what he's doing over there. And in fact, some amazing missionaries who are moving from the Himalayas to Pakistan to basically go and buy a brick kiln to show these slave owners over there, these farmers, like, hey, there's a way you can do this to be a profitable owner of a brick farm and not have to use slaves. And so shout out to these missionaries who are going out there and just going to be like, hey, we're going to believe to go buy a farm out there to make bricks and do it without corruption and without slaves, and setting an example for the world to see, which is just incredible. And man, guys, this stuff is happening all over the world. This is not just like one use case where it tugs at your heartstrings for a second. Like, this is the reality day in and day out for these people. And it's hard for me to watch sometimes, to realize like this is just rife throughout our world. 50 million people in slavery. People think slavery is over, and today it's more prolific than any other time in history. And you would think with social media, you just hear all this stuff, but like no one knows these realities. And it's why Jesus Missions exists. It's what we want to do, is just continue to shine a light to others on, hey, what is going on around the world? Because missions organizations isn't just building little orphanages and painting houses and those things are amazing things that missionaries do, but people kind of box it as this one cute thing. And you're like, dude, people are going abroad and setting slaves free. I mean, bro, strap on your boots. Go either trek Bibles to the most remote villages on earth, go set slaves free, set the captives free. Like, this is real frontier missions work. And man, give to it, be a part of it. Not one time. It's not just like what happens with missions is people give their $100 and they're like, I did my missions thing. And you're like, man, we got to break that cycle. Like, this is God's world. In my image over here, that's God's creation. These are his sons and daughters that he wants to set free. And he has positioned us, especially as Westerners, with rich, abundant resources to be able to affect change in parts of the world. So be a part of it. Don't brush it under the rug, because it's not just another Save the Whales initiative. It's sons and daughters of the living God who are in slavery and bondage and being abused, which is why we have to be a part of it. We're the hands and feet of Jesus, so get involved.